Welcome back to the test kitchen, guys. Today we're going to go over mac and cheese. Now this is a recipe that the Mythical Kitchen went over with a scientific approach where they tried a bunch of different types of noodles, cheese, shredding, not shredding, and they came up with the ideal mac and cheese that you should be making at home. So everybody has a version of their own recipe of mac and cheese and something that kind of hits home with everybody. And we want to look at whether or not their recipe is worth you actually going and making any changes to what you already do. So, let's get into it. Start by boiling your water. You're going to add a lot of salt to this, like the ocean. Once your salt's dissolved, you're going to add your nudes. Once your nudes are in, cook them to your package instructions. Strain your nudes, and your nudes are done and ready to go. Next, we're going to go ahead and grate all of our cheese for our mac and cheese. I had a block of mild cheddar here, which I grated the whole thing. Then we're going to go into our bechamel sauce. It's going to be equal parts butter and flour. Once your butter is melted and bubbly, you're going to add in your flour. Then you're going to start whisking that together until it's nice and incorporated. Once it's incorporated, you're going to let that cook for about 1 to 2 minutes until you get a nice blonde roux. After that, you're going to add in your evaporated milk. You're going to stir that till it gets all nice and clumpy. Then you're going to add more of that evaporated milk. And you're going to keep repeating that process. Every time your stuff starts to get clumpy again, you add more evaporated milk. After you get to the point where you're at this consistency, you can start looking at adding in your cheese. I did 4 slices of American cheese. Once the American cheese was incorporated, I then started adding in my shredded cheddar. You're going to add all these in batches until it's smooth, that way you don't have lumps and clumps of your cheese sauce. You're going to save some of your cheddar cheese for your topping at the end. You're going to look for a consistency kind of like nacho cheese. Then you're going to pour your nice finished cheese sauce over your nudes, stir up your nudes and your cheese sauce, then you're going to dispense that into your cast iron skillet. After that, you're going to layer your 4 slices of American cheese and the rest of your shredded cheese on top, and now that is ready for the oven. I threw this in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for about 8 to 10 minutes until the cheese was nice and melted, and that's it. Here we are. Don't really have much to say. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a bite. It's hot. Whoa. Wow. I think it's the evaporated milk, but that is super creamy. Like super creamy. Like take what you would typically get out of like a Kraft's box of mac and cheese and just like elevate it. And that's what this is. Like it kind of like melts away even. So is this better than what you would typically make at home? Yes. Is it worth the time and energy it takes to make it? I would definitely say yes. This is one I would definitely look at getting into. If you try this out, I probably would think you wouldn't go any other way than at least following the ingredients. Maybe you don't throw it in the oven. Maybe you just make the stovetop. You don't need the melted cheese on top. Or maybe you add a little bit of breadcrumbs or something to it. However you like your recipe at home, I would kind of follow whatever you typically do at home, but definitely use the half and half American cheese and whatever your favorite cheese is. We went with cheddar on this one. And then definitely go with the evaporated milk because the texture is just, it's mind-blowing. It's like what mac and cheese should be, okay? So, we definitely giving it a score worth it here at the Test Kitchen. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.